1980s. You go to the hospital. You need a blood transfusion, a life-saving surgery. The doctors give you blood, clean blood, safe blood. That's what they tell you. 5 years later, you're dying of AIDS, and you have no idea why. This happened to thousands of people. Hemophiliacs, surgery patients, accident victims. They were given HIV from contaminated blood that hospitals and pharmaceutical companies already knew was tainted. This is the global blood bank scandal. Here's how the nightmare unfolded. Early 1980s, AIDS is spreading. Scientists don't fully understand it, but they know it's transmitted through blood. They know it's deadly, and they know it's in the blood supply. Blood banks and pharmaceutical companies faced a choice. Test all blood donations for HIV, throw out contaminated blood. It's expensive, it means shortages, but it saves lives. Or keep using untested blood, save money, hope nobody notices. They chose option 2. Here's how bad it got. There's a medicine called Factor VIII. It's a blood clotting agent made from donated plasma. Hemophiliacs need it to survive. Without it, a small cut can kill them. To make Factor VIII, companies pool plasma from thousands of donors and mix it all together. One contaminated donor means the entire batch is contaminated. And they were paying drug addicts and prisoners for plasma. High-risk populations desperate for money. But companies knew. Internal documents prove they knew HIV was spreading through Factor VIII. They just kept selling it. Different countries, same story. In the United States, Cutter Biological and other companies kept selling their contaminated Factor VIII. When the US market became too risky, they just dumped the tainted product overseas, selling it to Asia and Latin America. Thousands of Americans were infected, then thousands more overseas from the very same batches. In Canada, the Red Cross knew the blood supply was contaminated by 1985, but didn't implement proper HIV testing for another year. Over 2,000 people got HIV. In Japan, the Green Cross Corporation sold contaminated blood products for 2 years after they knew about the risk. The company executives had the data. They kept selling. In France, health officials actually delayed implementing HIV tests to give French companies time to develop their own test kits. They didn't want American tests dominating their market. 1,200 people got HIV while they waited. And in the UK, 4,700 people were infected with HIV. Another 25,000 got hepatitis C. The British government denied responsibility for decades. What makes this so evil is that these weren't accidents. They were documented decisions. Companies had data showing their products were contaminated. They had memos discussing whether to recall them. They ran cost-benefit analyses weighing dead patients against lost profits. They chose profits every single time. The primary victims were hemophiliacs, children born with a genetic disorder. Their parents gave them the medicine they needed to live. That medicine killed them. Imagine that. Your child has hemophilia. You give them their prescription, the medicine that keeps them from bleeding to death, and that medicine gives them AIDS. By the 1990s, 75% of severe hemophiliacs worldwide had HIV. 75%! Some people went to prison. France imprisoned health officials. Japan convicted company executives. But in the US, the 4 main companies paid a settlement, $640 million to 8,000 victims. That's $80,000 per person for giving them a death sentence. The blood supply is safer now. We screen for HIV, we test donations. The regulations changed because thousands died first. But what haunts me is this. The companies knew. The blood banks knew. The health officials knew. For years, they knew the blood was contaminated, and they kept using it anyway, because testing was expensive, because recalls would hurt profits. Thousands of people trusted the system to save their lives. The system killed them, and that is why we don't forget.